up guys, my name is Ben Keeley. I'm a YouTuber here from Dublin, Ireland, and we're here in my hometown for the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series. Cliff divers from all over the world travel to Dublin, Ireland for the second stop of the 2019 Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series. Dún Laoghaire Pier offered a change-up of scenery from the previous stop in the Philippines, and it also gave thousands of fans the opportunity to come out and check out the action. Before getting into the final day, I took a second to catch up with some of the athletes that were going to be competing. Behind me here you can see the tower that all the divers dive off. The lower platform is for the women, that's at 20 meters, and the higher platform is 27 meters for the men. Oh! As you can see, it's like pinpoint precision to get these dives right from that kind of height. So I'm here with Rhiannan, who is one of the most decorated cliff divers in the World Series. While we have Rhiannan here, before we get into the final day in Dublin, I'd ask her a few questions about your own career in the Cliff Diving World Series.
Once again, a brilliant dive by the champion, Rhiannan. She is unstoppable.
How did you get into cliff diving?
I was always a diver growing up. I was always passionate about, flipping around and being energetic. When I finished my 10-meter career, I went into show diving, and that was the first time that I actually saw guys, crazy enough to dive from 17 to 20 meters. I kind of thought to myself, maybe I could do that. I don't know if I'd actually want to. Yeah, it was the shows that got me into it. They kind of pushed me into a different avenue of diving.
Do you still get nervous when you're up on the platform?
Yeah, every time.
Yeah?
Look, I'm going to be completely honest, every time I'm up there I'm petrified, and when you actually walk up the stairs or the ladder or climb the cliff up onto the platform, there's so many things running through your head that it doesn't get less scary, it just gets easier to deal with and easier to manage all of those feelings.
When you come to the likes of Dublin, would you prepare any differently for diving in Dublin versus, say, the likes of the Philippines?
For each dive, each location, it is different, the preparation, but look, I came here knowing it was going to be cold and knowing the conditions were going to be completely different to the Philippines. So I think in my head and physically I'd prepared before I arrived here. What
has been your favourite moment, or let's say the most defining moment of your career so far?
That's a tricky question. I've had a lot of great moments, but I think for myself as an athlete, winning the 2017 World Series title in Lago Renco in Chile, I actually got quite badly injured in the penultimate round in Bosnia, and I wasn't sure that I was going to be able to put 4 dives together to actually compete in the final, and I just needed to be in the top 3 to take out the World Series again. I think that taught me a lot as an athlete to go there and to overcome all of those negative feelings and questioning myself and the injury as well, and I walked out with the win of the competition and the win of the World Series, so
wow.
That hands down is the highlight of my career so far.
Wow. here with Andy Jones, and I thought, while I have you here, I might ask you a few questions about cliff diving and your own experience of how you got into such a unique sport. We're here in Dublin. This is the first time that cliff diving has ever come to Dublin, and in the past it was always on Inishmore. How does it compare being in Dublin versus over on the west coast?
Well, it's quite a bit easier to get here.
Yeah.
When we were going to the Aran Islands, it was a long journey, and then especially coming from the west coast of the United States, and then we get to Dublin, or we fly into Rhiannan or something like that, and drive, and then jump on a boat. You get way out there. You're always crossing your fingers that the sun will come out, and it always kind of seems to happen on event day.
For example, like how are the crowds? How does the crowd differ being in Dublin versus over on the islands?
Yeah, so the crowd here in Dublin was much bigger than anything we ever had out in the Aran Islands, because obviously it was so remote out there. So today it was really fun to have some support. It was really cool to get up on the top platform and see. I don't even know. There was a lot of people out there.
Yeah, I mean, the way the pier works here, it looks almost like a stadium.
Yeah,
You're
it's
surrounded
perfect.
by people.
You can fit tons of people, and everybody's out and about, especially when the sun's shining.
Which is your favorite stop on the whole World Series?
My favorite stop ever might probably come as a surprise was Thailand, but I only say it as a surprise because I crashed there and I couldn't finish the competition.
Oh, damn.
I mean, it was just so nice the whole time.
Yeah?
2 weeks out there, we did 4 different locations, jumping off a stalactite. We jumped straight from the cliff a couple times. We had lots of cool places. And
That's crazy. Would you prepare any differently for the likes of jumping in Dublin versus Thailand?
Well, we kind of joke about that sometimes, like having like a big fan up on 10 meter and like somebody like saying distractions to you or something like that. And I do, like, sometimes in the off season, before the first event or something, I will, give myself a different warm-up area. Like, I'll say, okay, no lead-ups before you go do your optionals from 10 meter. Yeah. And that is kind of a test for me, like how comfortable I feel up there. That's about how comfortable I'm going to feel at the very top.